Weekly update on Pete's Cobra. So it's still at the body shop out in Manti, Utah, the original garage, and it's looking good. I'm getting really excited to see this thing finished. They've made a lot of progress. I think they're putting a lot more thought into this than I certainly would have. I'm really excited about the quality that I'm going to get when this thing's done. Here's another update on my Cobra that's out at the original garage in Manti, Utah. I want to show you a few details that I haven't been able to show you before. I've got some better pictures and some videos of some very specific things they're doing that I think are just really kind of next level. I thought this was a pretty nice touch. Josh is just sliding this straight edge across there with complete confidence. So I've mentioned a couple times on what a good job they've done at getting the body gap just right. Well, guess what? They want to be able to duplicate that because they're going to take this body off and paint all the pieces and put it back together. Well, I thought this is a pretty neat trick. Once they got all the hinges aligned on the trunk, on the doors, and on the hood, they drilled a hole through the plate on the hinge into the body where they can put an indicator pin through there so they can get these adjustments back to the exact spot. On the last video, I talked a little bit about the tail lights, the rectangle and the round ones. We won't rebeat that one to death, but I wanted to show you some shots of what a good job he did of molding that rear quarter or fender to where it fits those tail lights. The other thing he did was put the license plate on and put the tail lights on and make sure that they all line up straight across the back of the car. Don't you love that license plate? So I guess he figured as long as the tail lights are even and square and so on, he gave the headlights the same treatment, squared up kind of the flange area where that is on the fender, also made those the same height right to left, which they were off just a little bit, and redid the mounting holes there because we want the headlights to be pointing in the right direction, even if the car is going sideways. On any fiberglass car, you've got to clean up kind of fiberglass flashing or the edge of the mold or whatever it is, but you can see there in the nose where he's cleaned that up. They've done the same thing in all of the fender openings, the bottom of the car, and of course they're radiusing all of those so they're not nasty edges. So both the driver's seat and the passenger seat touch the body as it wraps around by your right shoulder if you're in the passenger side, or your left shoulder as the driver. I worked that a little bit before I took the car to them to make some more clearance for the seats, and it was clear that I was going to go through the fiberglass, so I thought, hey, let's leave this to the professionals. So what they're doing is they're going to mold that out a little bit. It's going to have to blend into the back of the door, being radius just a little bit to make all that line up, but without that, I think what we would have had is a hot spot that eventually would have burned through the seats and or the paint there. So there you have it. Hope it gives you a snapshot of where we're at with the paint on the Cobra. Thanks for watching. Hey, I'll see you on the next one.